Okay, we're gonna. I said we, dropped off October's rent today, so now we're just behind on this month's rent. So, but also hopefully made a few moves, mainly suggested by Gowan is to talk to payroll. Let's see if I can just get a raise. Because we can't squeeze any more hours of what I'm on my situation with the paid caregiver thing. I've got as many hours as I can figure out. But how much I'm paid per hour, that's up in the air since the bill's being sent to the county for Medicaid. Who knows? I did some quick calculations. It's like, tell the gal in charge of payroll, like, this is how much it would take to cover it, although I acknowledge that's a bit much probably to ask at this point, but you never know because it's not coming out of their pockets. It's coming from the state. So you never know. It just might give a chance and slight change in situation and we'll magically have our life back. Actually be able to afford this place. So, in the meantime, what was going to be something came up with Rosetta, so we'll do the rant another night. So just going to take care of tonight's Fortnite thing. So let's go ahead and take a run through the shop, see what if anything's new at some point. Here we go. I mean, might be able to get something of a raise. You never know. But, and I'll take whatever I can get at this point. And again, since they're billing the state for or the county for this sort of thing, it's like you never know. You just might get exactly the number I quoted. And, all right, I can live with that. Because then I'll be able to take care of the allowing for deductions in the Social Security and income and at that point probably would take an income tax out, but okay. I don't see bass players do that much. Like Michael Anthony Van Halen. That's about the only one I can think of that would be that energetic. That's kind of the Vince McMahon swagger. Getting struck down there like it got balls the size of grapefruits. But no, the case that's out there, just take whatever they can come up with. I'll take, and then we'll figure it out from there. I still wouldn't, get that audio technician job at Colorado Public Radio because it's radio. It's what I trained for God's sakes. And I've been doing audio productions of one form or another since I was literally 5 years old, playing around with a family tape recorder. Sitting there by myself doing my own little productions of voicing Kermit the Frog and Grover and doing that thing, and I even knew enough to back away from the mic, and they're, hey, Froggy, baby! How you doing, the Froggy? Oh, fine, So you came on. Oh, yeah. That's the thing. I learned a lot from watching Sesame Street, and especially the Muppet stuff, because I learned a lot about comedy and stuff. Daniel. Yeah. All right, yeah, but been just and then doing the voices and stuff. Let's look at the dailies here. It was a nice little, child-friendly comedy workshop, for up and coming performance type. Okay, yeah, we got the buses out of the way. I don't know what else I can find as far as hidden gags. Because I've been all over this freaking island. Okay, 5 eliminations. Got that out. They got that tier out of the way. And that's a 175. That'll get up for that one. So. All right, Springfield Stories. Just do that once. Are the weeklies back yet? Not yet. Did post observation. Just a couple of them, but kind of a little, not quite a deep dive on Indy in this one, but just sort of an observation because Teddy Chan is kind of her official alter ego. And I think also to a certain Teddy having to maintain Teddy Chan is keeping her from doing something extremely stupid. Because she does really go, oh, and then she can't do Teddy Chan. And she's really throwing a lot into Teddy Chan. She has to maintain Teddy. But it's kind of, I noticed that Teddy, as hair as long, if not a little longer, than Indy had before she chopped it all off and declared herself a boy. And also in drawings of her, she gives Teddy, somewhat slightly smaller tits than Indy has. The build is a little, kind of anime type thing, but it's like but I'm figuring, like Teddy is kind of like, I think, her idealized version of herself in a way. And I think part of part of the thing is, as far as the tits, I do think Indy is suffering from some kind of body dysmorphia, which is common. It is so fucking common. We've all got it to a certain extent, I still don't, recognize the fact, I'm in what shape I'm actually on. A constant surprise walking by the mirror. Oh yeah, I am fat, because I was never that big. I was burly when I was a kid. Well, for the longest time, my weight was around the 150, 160 scale. At about 150, I'd put on that Star Trek uniform. I looked great. I was right in shape with it. If I just get close to that, I would consider it a success. But we've all got a certain extent of when the mind and body not quite connecting on an image level. And in extreme cases, they start doing weird things to try and bring those two into line. But it's kind of, but as far as like Indy's concerned, she thinks those tits are bigger than they are. And again, this gets back to Indy. You're not a double D. You have never been a double D. Okay. And yeah, I'm part of I have seen pictures and video from when you first started posting shit. Okay. You motherfucker. Yeah. Mother cocksucker. Son of a bitch. All right, we'll count that as the first round glitch. But in just preparing looking at the responses, I went back and did a little search on the comparative charts. Okay, this is an A, this is a bit. Indy, you're a C cup, okay? That's, and then looking back and going back to when you're 18 to now, you've never been a double D. Whoever told you that is full of shit. You have never been at most you're like border between a C and a D, but really you're just a solid C. Okay, solid C cup. Whoever told you a double D needs to get slapped upside the head. Okay. It may have been just a tagline for whatever site you're on at the time. Say you're double D, you get them all. But I can go extreme. I can have pictures of you and then pictures of someone who I know is a double D. And so, yeah, this is the difference here. So this girl here is the same height as you are. These are double D's. This is you. Okay. Notice the difference. When she had anorexia, the body dysmorphia is part of the package. Okay, that it all goes into just. I think that coupled with the borderline personality and all the other issues, and I think there's also needs to be tested for autism because again, this is these cases there's usually you check out. Yeah, guess what? Autistic. It would take an autistic personality to commit to something this idiotic. Okay. I was recently told that I might be on the spectrum myself a bit too because a certain aspect of I'd never heard the term before, hyperlexic. Give me that. Damn it. Give me that. Okay, so 4 more eliminations. I'll check up that particular one. Let's see. Let's get the shotgun there. And I never really. Come on. There's a drumming room. All right. Let's go downstairs and see what's what. No, don't need to now. All right, so next, that's just the way back down there. Motherfucker. Bitch. right, let's try that again. No, I was exchange with Maya poet on nothing, but just really funny story when you were in like little kid kind of, or I was in kindergarten that we're supposed to learn our numbers. I already knew them to show off a bit. I was going around checking everybody, and I had a capital 7 and a lowercase 7. As I mentioned, I've been reading since I was 3. And I go, oh, you're hyperlexic. Okay, that's a new one. And she elaborated a bit. And, and how sometimes it can, be indications of possibly not being able to pick up on social skills too well and social cues and everything, but possibly be on the spectrum. I can pick up social cues, but if I'm on the spectrum, it's barely, okay? It's enough that I can kind of pick up and kind of understand it a bit, but I'm generally pretty good socially. My problem usually is not a matter of I don't understand it. It's like I don't care. I generally just think it's kind of stupid, but it's not a matter of not understanding it. All right, let's try that again. And one of the things is, on the weekly quest is to get Homer's little, find a whatever quest. They might stop doing that. But I can see a certain level. Okay, all right. That is my neurodivergent cross to bear. I'll take care of that. Yeah. I suppose one regret I got on this is my parents weren't around so I could pass this information on. See? There is something off. Collect produce. Okay. Okay. Here's the lunchroom. 3 minutes. Come on, get through the door. Produce, huh? Well, that's not happening. All right. Unless there's something at Camp Krusty. Stranger things have happened. 1 minute to find one lousy piece of corn or an apple. There we go. Oh, there's one coconut. Hold it. Oh, that hurt. Hmm. Only three people left. I'm looking to camp out right here. Wait. Whoops. Hmm. Hey, Megan. Whoop. Gotta run again. Down. Crouch a little shit. Come on. Itch. Oh, shut up, you poser. All right. Let's see if this gets any closer to getting the evil Homer. So if I could get even half of the raise I asked, I put down on the tables, what it would take. It's like, that would definitely improve our situation a lot. So we can get that straightened out. I think a lot of also depend on what kind of would they have to justify paying me that much? It's okay. Yeah, one more, and then I can get Evil Homer, and these I don't give a shit about. I could just give up playing for the rest of the month. I wouldn't give a shit. I don't care about these. These are ridiculous. I might do some OG later. I don't know. But actually, hold on. Let's mix it up a bit. I think no one never has gotten in that. Definitely. What does OG? What does 6-7 mean? I think it's just out there just to mess with people. There is no meaning for it, probably. You just OG zero build. There we are. Yeah, let's do all this. It's like the old thing is somehow the OK symbol was a racist symbol. That was a joke on 4chan. And the usual suspects took it seriously. So that we really are living in idiocracy right now. Like I said, how it's like, the greatest thing about the internet is giving everyone a voice, and social media is giving everyone a voice. The worst thing is giving everyone a voice, including the morons. And it's gotten it's so easy to use that literally anybody can get on there and spout their stupidity. Checking a few things here. Okay. Some anti-ice protester got hit with a rubber bullet and broke her arm and carried her again. Is they afraid you're gonna go out? Well, that's what you do when you fuck around, and interfere with federal officers in the performance of their duty, dumbass. Okay? There's no justification for that. Okay. No. Freedom of speech and freedom of protest does not include interfering with federal officers in the performance of their duty, which includes apprehending illegal aliens and tossing them out of the damn country. Nobody has a right to be here, okay? Unless you're a citizen. If you're an actual citizen or naturalized resident, yeah. But you come to the back door and sneak it. No, you don't have a right to be here. We have every right to throw your ass out. It's called trespassing. So no, I do not feel sorry for the twits. Fucker, come play stupid games, win stupid prizes. There, Kayla. Okay, all right. Just going on a bit of a rant there. That's another thing I saw on X. This is brought to my son because they show Brightburn, not derez or anything, and Mystique taking her form, but it's like, okay, if you're in a situation where you've been downed, like in a team game, but not completely out, and you're running Mystique, could you take her form? Or does she have to be completely eliminated? That might be worth testing out sometime. Okay. No, I don't like the burst. Never like the burst. Bit odd not being in the cell shaded world. Okay, we go. Why is all these bursting? Let's hold on to that for now. Okay, 6 shooters. There's the upstairs. There we go. Is it a regular assault rifle? Is that too much to ask? I need to actually get the hell out of Dodge here. But they haven't enabled vehicles yet. Except golf carts. And they're way down on the other side of the helmet anyway. And I'm not even sure the golf carts are working. That's what I was waiting for. Okay. I need to get back to reading more Invincible. I kind of fell out of it after a while. Not that they're working. Okay. Okay. Damn it. Don't lock up on me like that. It's kind of how I wound up walking off a cliff. Okay. Oh, cannot wait till they get to chapter 2 on this thing. I mean, this is fine as far as like filling in gaps in my experience, you know. A little bit of a taste of being an OG, but you know, if I knew this game was free to begin with, I would have been here a lot earlier. Yeah. All right. There. That's a damn hard. Nope. And no mantling yet. Damn it. Same thing I didn't already have, so gotta go. And have not seen a soul. Guess the advantage having a. Whoa! Someone see me. The advantage of having an island this big. Okay. No one's been able to come there yet. Ah, shit. I kind of botched that one. Okay, so where was that rift? What all of the quests I'm looking at here? Already got the daily stunts, so I don't know that. Give it a couple of rounds here. Okay, now let's look at a map here. And Pleasant Park. Ammo box. Just or ammo boxes. Okay. Oh. All right. Hmm. Of course, there's somebody else moving in. To the very building I wanted to go to, you little creep. Hmm. Script. All right. So put that up here. Now I find them. That. Gee, did I make him mad? let's see if there's anything there first. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll get back to regular Battle Royale in a bit. Because I seem to be spending most of my time running for my life here. So. Okay. Now to the quest for another shield. Whoopsie. Damn sure not going back to that grenade launcher. Okay. Or that rocket launcher. Okay. Pretty sure I specified 0 build, so. It's good. Okay. Let's just camp out here for a bit. Let's see what we got. I haven't had to restore my health at all. So. All right. I already leveled up, so I'm done what I needed there. So yeah, I think we'll just head back to the regular VR after this. I'll try to take care of this stupid bug. All right. All right. As long as the storm cooperates, I should be fine. I'm not sure I want to be trapped up here, though. Whoops. I'm a little safer here. and I can get out faster. All right. Got 12 other players. Let's see. Someone got a golf cart? Yeah, birds well that I moved. Okay, 9 other players. Yeah, time to go. Somehow. This could hurt. All right, no problem. 5 other players. That's a ways up there. Come on. Useful. Whoops. Yeah, no, I need that. I need that. I did fine. Okay. That's the one more. Damn it. Bitch. All right. I knew I specified no zero build. I see building going on. So what's going on? Okay. Let's. Yeah, zero builds. Come on. Get back to there. Let's take care of this. Okay. So let's get in here. Pull up Homer. No, that suits I want to do. And so does the other one. So we'll just. That one's got. This one has problems though, because it kind of. There. Okay, so that puts us. Well, really at this point, who cares? All right, yeah, it's been about an hour. I think I'm going to wrap it at this point. So we got the accomplish we need to accomplish. Got Evil Homer. Again, sometime this, hopefully, dare so be able to do that rant stream with Rosetta. But till then, we will talk at you later.